So, I watched the US presidential debate of 2024 last night, and it was definitely a show. To some, it was disappointing, to others, it was definitely a show of democracy in the country of the United States. But I am speaking as an outsider. I don't live in the US and I'm not American. So I'm just giving my opinion from an outside perspective. I do support the Republican Party, but that's another topic. So I'm just going to talk about the presidential debate and how I think things will go from now on. So basically it was Trump the felony v. Biden the pedophile. Well, basically the Democrats tried to get Trump off the ballot because they knew they wouldn't win when the votes came in. They tried to get him off the ballot in some states and they failed miserably. Then they tried him for 34 charges and still nothing. Actually, it improved Trump's rating. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the presidential debate. So you see, Biden was on a free fall, if you could put it mildly. Let's just say that it was definitely a victory for Trump. He was a bully as always. Trump always bullies any opponent he has in front of him and every chance, but after all, he's a politician. That's what he does. He attacks the other side without mercy. Let's just say that Biden had some falls, if you can call it that, because that's what he's an expert at doing. So, Biden, right off the bat, wanted to say hi to an invisible person, apparently, and, well, not the best start, to say the least. And, well, on the other hand, Trump was assertive on pretty much everything except some issues. Yes, some, like Ukraine, that he refuses to talk about. But Biden also, it wasn't very precise, to say the least, with some of the questions that they made him about Palestine and Israel. After all, he's the president who has sent billions of dollars to both Ukraine and Israel. Oh, let's just say that Trump has a very high chance of winning these elections, and mainly it's fault of the Democrats. It's their own actions falling upon them, and, well, that's the cycle of the United States, after all. But let's just say that Trump had a very rotund victory in the debate. He smashed Biden, and he definitely got some points ahead of him. Because he was also, well, let's just say that he was very straightforward with what he was saying, and he didn't reserve anything to himself. He went right after Biden. That's what he was said to do, and that's what he did. He was very precise on his points and definitely attacked with a strong fist to Biden. Biden, on the other hand, wasn't the most agile opponent. I mean, both candidates are old, but at least Trump is still mentally sane and stable for the most part. But again, Biden has done a very bad job with the economy, and he took credit for creating jobs that were just rebounds from the pandemic. So that's not really creating jobs, as Trump said. And also, I might be a little biased because I support the Republican Party, but that is not the point. Again, I am just saying my opinion from an outside perspective. But after all, it was a very good night for Trump, and he definitely will get more points than Biden will from this encounter. The black community of the United States is leaning more right wing now, and well, let's just say that the libertarian left, the raging left fire, will fail in the United States, as has failed in other countries. And well, let's just say that Trump is more likely to win the elections and come back to the White House. But I want to leave you with a little reflection. So, the most young candidate of this election is 78, 77, 87 years old, around that. I don't really know exactly how old Trump is, but he's the youngest candidate. There definitely needs to be a change in US politics and around the world. There needs to be a generational change in politics. In Mexico, in the US, in Canada, Germany, France, everywhere. There needs to be more young people in politics. Some people might consider it radical, and well, it might be, but there needs to be a change. Because they represent the old way of doing politics. I'll leave you with that. See you next time.